Okay, this is my 5th attempt to tape a video. Hello YouTubers, my name is Tracy. My channel is Tracy817, and I'm fairly new to YouTube. I was on YouTube I think last year doing a few videos on hair and makeup and some random things that I had bought, some tutorials on some hair I had bought, as you can't tell today, but that's okay, honey. I'm at home, I'm off work, and I am relaxing, and this is what it is today. I'm coming to you guys with random videos. I not only will still be doing tutorials on hair and makeup, but per request I'll be doing a few cooking videos because that's one thing that I love to do. I also will be sharing with you some of my life experiences that I'm doing, some life changes. I'm trying to better myself, y'all. I'm trying to move to a whole nother city and change careers. Right now I'm in nursing, and I'll be starting culinary school hopefully this July 2013. So yeah, so I hope you guys can learn from whatever I offer, and I hope you guys can teach me as well. So yeah, so today I'm going to be making some homemade vegetable soup. Now I'm here in Cleveland, it's cold, and I got a taste for some soup. So the whole thing about is people have gotten away from cooking meals for the family. They go to McDonald's, they go to Burger King, wherever, what have you. And sometimes, you know, you want to pinch some pennies and save some money, but be able to feed the whole family, and maybe not just a day, but feed them for a day or two. And so this particular recipe is something where you can do that. You can put some love into it and save some money and feed your family well. So yeah, so let's go in the kitchen and cook some soup. Okay, you guys, these are just a few items that I choose to use to make my soup. If you don't have these things, that's fine. You can take 3 or 4 of these items, put it together, and make a decent meal. But I'm just giving you a few options as to, you know, the choices that you have, and putting something together and making something wonderful. Now, if you're a person who does not have a lot of time, I do suggest a lot of these prepackaged vegetables. Now, these vegetables I bought from Walmart, and you know, they might cost like $2. Sometimes you can catch them on sale. I love these green beans, and not only, you know, can you use them for soup and chop them up as I did here, you know, you can keep them in the refrigerator like I do, and you can snack on them or whatever. Also, a very cost-effective item are these canned beans. Now, I think the cannellini beans were like 98 cents. The black beans and the kidney beans were like 68 cents a can. Also, you have like the dollar elbow macaroni. You can add any pasta of your choice. Also, I have some chicken stock. If you don't have chicken stock and you want to do a cheaper option, you can always use these Goya bouillon packets, which I do love these because they're pre-measured and pre-packaged. You can mix this with your water to make some chicken stock, and it's very flavorful. Also, what I also like to use is this tomato sofrito, and look at the ingredients on that. You got green peppers, I don't know if it's focusing, some cilantro, garlic, olive oil, and it is for rice, beans, soups, chilies, and sauces. And I do love using these, and this lasts a while for me. I'll put it in the refrigerator and use it as I need it. Also, now you guys can add, you know, certain seasonings that I buy to give my soup a more home cooked, slow cooked taste. And people think, you know, they think you done did something spectacular, honey, but you've, you know, used your wits. So I love these McCormick prepackaged gourmet seasonings. You can also find these at your local grocery store, and a little goes a long way, you guys. This pack will, you know, you can cook a couple of meals from this one pack. Also, that I like to add to my soup are these sun-dried tomatoes, and they already come julienne cut. Because they're sun-dried, they give your soup another depth of flavor. So yeah, and I have some collard greens. This is optional, but I'm gonna try it. So I'm gonna put carrots, I have some chopped onion, I have some bell pepper, and I have some celery. Now, this celery is a little bit greener because this right here is the heart of the celery. A lot of people throw those away. No, sweetheart, do not throw that away. Put it in the freezer, use it for soup, stocks, or whatever. That's money you're throwing in the trash. Do not throw those away. And I have like 2 to 3 cloves of garlic, and I have some olive oil. This step right here is completely optional. I choose to saute my vegetables to get some color on them and a little bit more flavor before I transfer them to a larger pot. So first we'll saute our vegetables in some olive oil. Okay, I'm gonna add my garlic and let that infuse with the oil. And I don't want it to burn. And before the garlic burns, I'm gonna go ahead and add my onions. My celery hearts. Regular celery, or just the stalk part, just to add the heart. Some bell pepper, I'm going to cook these until they're translucent, and then I transfer them to a larger stock pot. So I've added the carrots, I've added my sun-dried tomatoes, both are optional, and I added collard greens. These things are optional, you guys. Like I said, switch it up. Use whatever you have. You're cleaning out your refrigerator, you got some leftovers, you can throw whatever you have in there. For example, these mushrooms, leftover, still good, but I don't want to throw them away, so I'm going to throw them in the soup. So we can throw those in there too. Now at this point, ooh, that looks so good. You can season this now, or you can season it after you put it in pot. I'm going to go ahead and put my seasonings in now. Let's move some of this stuff out of the way. So I have some garlic powder, some onion powder, some black pepper, a little bit of red pepper flakes. Now that's optional also, you can put that in to taste. And I have some dried Italian seasoning, and also all-purpose seasoning salt, whatever your choice. This particular brand is Saison, and it has everything in it. All of these are optional. You can season your soup however you like. It's totally up to you. This is what I prefer. So you can either put this in now, or you can wait till you transfer it to a larger stock pot. So I'm just going to go ahead and add this to my vegetables now. Ooh, that smells so good. Okay, I'm going to transfer this to my stock pot. Now that I got my vegetables sauteed, this is an optional step. If you just want to throw everything in the pot, by all means do so. You do not have to go through all of this that I'm doing now. I am going to add my fresh green beans. Everything else, anything else that you want in your soup, you go ahead and you add it. Here are my black beans and my cannellini beans. I'm going to add my potatoes. My cans of tomatoes, okra, and corn. And I'm going to put 2 cans of this in. Totally optional, you guys. Change it up as you will. And I have 1 can of just petite diced tomatoes with no salt added. And then I'm going to add my vegetable stock. I'm going to put the whole container in. Now you can use any stock. It depends on how flavored you want your soup. If you want to use some beef base or some ham base or whatever you have, you can use to flavor your soup pot. Now it's totally up to you about the thickness of your soup. I kind of want mine a little hearty, and after the beans cook down, it's going to thicken up a little bit more. So that my soup doesn't dry out completely, I'm going to add about maybe another quart of water to it, and then put a lid on it and let it cook. Maybe I'm going to put it on low, so I'm going to have it cook for a couple, maybe an hour or two. I want it kind of, you know, cook slow and let all the flavors meld together. Oh, that looks so good. Look at that. All of those veggies. Good vegetable soup. I had a taste for this for a while. Okay, so I'm gonna let this cook down. Okay, you guys, here is the finished soup after cooking for about, I'm gonna say an hour, and I'm gonna say about 2 hours I cooked the soup. And I had cranked the heat up on it and it scorched the bottom. But if it scorches, you guys, the key thing when something scorches is hurry up and get it out of the scorched pot so that the food does not take on that scorched flavor. A lot of times you can save a whole meal even if you scorch the bottom of the pot by transferring it to a different pot and leaving the scorched part on the bottom. I said because that's where the scorched flavor comes from, and it'll permeate. If you let it sit, it'll permeate the rest of the food. But if you transfer it quickly, then you can save the soup. My soup is nice. Let's zoom in on that. Look at all of that goodness. And I put about a cup of macaroni noodles, but you can use whatever pasta you have available. You can also use rice. You can use couscous, whatever you have in your pantry. This is like a foolproof type situation, y'all, to make a nice hearty meal. So here's my bowl for my dinner. And here I have my flatbread that I baked. I added some pesto, and I also added some extra cheese and some parsley. Now, this Parmesan cheese I top my soup with. Actually, you can top your soup with whatever you choose. Cheddar cheese if you like, or veg cheese, some cream, some heavy cream to give it another depth of flavor, some richness. That's also good. I usually do that with my tomato soups. But I bought this called Edenvale Parmesan cheese. It comes in Romano, and also a blend of Parmesan and Reggiano cheese. And believe it or not, I bought this at Aldi's. So this is a good brand of cheese. I really like this. And seeing how sometimes it's very expensive, and you get a lot in that container, lasts me for a while. I think I paid like almost maybe $2.98, maybe $3 for that shredded Parmesan cheese. So yeah, Aldi's, y'all. So yeah, so here's my meal, and I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you try it. You guys, it don't take much to make a home cooked meal, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.